Hey, welcome to Let's Talk Forex with Alison and Chris. I'm Chris.
And I'm Alison, and we're from FX Scouts. We review Forex brokers, and our main goal is to help beginners start their trading careers.
And in the Let's Talk Forex podcast, we're going to discuss all aspects of Forex trading, including how to choose a Forex broker, how the Forex markets work, and how to reduce your risk when trading so you don't lose all your money.
Hi, Chris. How are you doing today?
Hey, Alison. Was you can probably hear, and our listeners can probably hear, I've got a bit of a head cold, but I'm okay. But I'm excited to start talking about Forex trading.
Yes, me too. Well, today we're going to talk a little bit more about the fundamentals of trading, including what a
Yeah.
broker is and basically what happens to your money when you trade. Obviously, in recent years, online trading has become popular. This is basically because it doesn't require huge amounts of capital. You can start trading with $5 on some broker sites, and it's
Yeah.
also available 24 hours a day, which means it's very convenient. And obviously, because of the different time zones, people can trade in any country, anywhere in the world, and have access to the 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 forex market.
Yeah.
So if you have access to the internet and either a mobile device or a computer, you can trade.
Yeah, it's true. All you need is a mobile phone these days, and an internet connection, and you're away. You
Yeah,
can get on the forex market. You can start forex trading. But just because you can doesn't mean necessarily that you should, right? I mean, there's a lot going on with forex trading, and that's what we're going to do today. I think, we're going to start at the basic level and explain what the forex market is and forex brokers and how it all works, so that people can get a some idea of what they're getting into when they hop on their mobile phone and try to start trading.
absolutely, absolutely. So I guess a good place to start then is to talk about what is forex trading. I think a lot of people are they've sort of got an idea of what forex trading is, but let's start talking about what a forex broker is and where do you start with forex trading.
Sure. Yeah. No. So forex trading is basically the buying and selling of currencies. I mean, everybody does it all the time when they go overseas. Like if you go on holiday from the United States to Europe, you're going to take a bunch of dollars, and when you get there, you're going to exchange them to euros. And this is an exchange of currencies. The difference is we're doing forex trading is doing it for profit, and it takes place on something that we call the forex market, which is quite an unusual thing, actually. The forex market, because most people are used when you're talking about financial markets. Most people are used to things like the New York Stock Exchange, like or which are centralized. That actually has location in New York, and you buy and sell stocks, and it opens at 9 o'clock in the morning and it closes at 5 o'clock in the evening. But the forex market doesn't have a central location. It's what we call it's decentralized, and it operates between. So if I where it exists is in the ether online, really, between buyers and sellers all over the world, and it operates 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, so from Monday to Friday, and anybody can buy and sell any currency they want on it. But yeah, so it's something we call an over-the-counter. OTC is the official term. It's an over-the-counter market. So it's between two parties rather than anything centralized, like I said. And the market is heavily used by institutions and companies with lots and lots of money generally. So you're talking very large companies, you're talking governments, you're talking big banks, you're talking hedge funds, pension funds, and other large institutional investors. I mean, let's say you're a South African company, and you want to buy, you're going to buy a European company, right? So you need euros. So what do? You're a South African company. You go to the forex market with all your rand, your South African rand, and you buy a bunch of euros. You buy 300 or 400 million euros with your rand, and now you can go to Europe and you can buy that company that you wanted to buy. So there's huge amounts of money play here. And I mean, the Forex markets, and the one thing to point out is it's the largest, by far away, the largest financial market in the world.
What sort of volume would you say is traded every day?
Well, the last measurement, it was, I think, in 2019. It was we're looking. I think there was about 6.5 trillion US dollars a day.
Wow.
So it's every day. There's $6.5 trillion moving through it.
So you've said that basically the forex market is the biggest market in the world, and traders can trade 24 hours a day, and they can buy and sell almost any currency in the world. Um, but they obviously can't do it on their own, so they have to do it through a forex broker, which is why we're talking about forex brokers and how important it is to find the right forex broker. So how would we describe a forex broker? What is the forex broker's role? How do they create the platform for traders to be able to trade?
Yeah, so forex brokers are generally there. I mean, the easiest way to think about them is like a middleman between you, the trader, and the forex market. But what's important before we get into a discussion of forex brokers and how they work, what's really important to understand is that online forex trading with a forex broker, you're not actually trading forex itself.
Mm.
What you never actually own, neither you nor your broker never actually own any dollars or any euros or any British pounds. You never own these currencies. Instead, you're trading something called a contract for difference, which is a type of financial instrument called a derivative, and it's basically speculation. When I trade with my broker the euro against the USD, what I'm doing is and I let's say I buy the euro USD. I'm speculating that the value of the euro is going to go up against the US dollar. So I'm not actually owning any. I never actually buy any euros, and I never actually sell any dollars, and neither does the broker. So that may sound a bit like gambling to people, and
Mm.
it's why we call it speculation and not investment. And the difference, what I have to make it very clear here, is that forex trading is not gambling. Some people do treat it like gambling, but that doesn't mean it is gambling.
Yeah.
The difference with forex trading is that if you have good technical knowledge and good fundamental knowledge, you can make money, right? This is something that you can learn how to do. Gambling is about luck, right? And forex trading, there's always an element. I don't like to use the word luck. There's an element of risk involved,
Mm.
like all trading. But you're going to come across risk in any type of trading, whether it's stock trading or forex trading.
But it is interesting, Chris, when I go on to, obviously with our reviews and that, most of these brokers have a, they've got a risk warning at the bottom of their site. And what I've noticed is that 75 to sometimes 90% of traders lose money. Um,
Yeah, they do. Traders lose a lot of money because a lot of traders do not spend the time to educate themselves.
yeah.
They don't take the time to educate themselves. Like I said, a lot of people treat this like gambling, and it's not gambling. And if you want to be one of the 25% of people that don't lose money with a broker, then it's important to educate yourselves,
Mm,
which is what we're trying to do here today. We want to help beginners get on the right path, so they don't end up being another statistic.
yeah. Okay, Chris. So going back to what we were talking about in terms of what brokers do, I think a question I always used to have is it possible to trade on your own, or do you have to trade with a broker? There doesn't seem to be a place you can go to, that you can do it on your own. You seem to always have to go through a broker if you want to trade CFD.
Yeah, exactly. No, you need a broker. I mean, the as I said, like the if you're a hedge fund, then you can trade directly on the market. But you're talking you need hundreds of millions of dollars to do that. Yeah, I mean, if you're an average, even if you're, let's say, a very wealthy individual with I don't know, a few $1 million, you're going to find it very difficult to trade directly on the forex market.
What does the broker do with your money? What does it mean to trade with a broker? What would my experience be?
Right. Well, I mean, there's a couple aspects to this question. When you open an account with a broker, let me just cover that. So when you make a deposit, with a broker. What you're actually doing is that broker is opening an account for you in your name that is going to be your trading account. So somewhere in the world, wherever your broker is based, they're going to be opening a bank account in your name that's going to be your trading account. And then when you trade, let's say I think the price, as I said, the value of the euro is going to increase against the US dollar. So I put 50 US dollars, let's say, for a buy order, and I purchase the euro. And if the price of the euro goes up against the US dollar, and then I close my trade, then I make a profit.
Mm.
If the value of the euro falls against the US dollar, and then I close my trade, I'm going to make a loss. So that's basically what's happening
Okay.
when you trade. That's a pretty simple explanation, but that's basically what's happening. It's important to know as well that in most cases, not in all cases, but in most cases, when you make a profit, you are taking the broker's money, your broker's money, and when you make a loss, the broker is taking your money. So it's a zero sum game.
Basically goes back to the explanation of the CFDs, that you're never buying the
Mm,
asset. It's basically an
mm.
exchange between you and the broker.
Exactly. So the broker's got one side of this contract for difference, and they're saying, and so by you saying, I think the price of the euro is going to go up, and the broker's going, well, I think the price of the euro is going to go down. So it's that's what they're doing. They're taking the other side of that contract.
So, based on what we've been speaking about, where would you start? Like, how would you, people, I guess, would be wondering where they would learn to trade on the Forex market.
Yeah, education is the most important thing, and there's a number of ways to educate yourself. The most important thing to do is, if you're considering trading forex, before you do anything else, is open a demo account. So all brokers will offer demo accounts, which is where you can trade markets. The demo accounts mirror the real market exactly, so it's a really good way of learning how to trade. You're going to see real market movements in real time, and most brokers will give you a demo account with somewhere in the region of 100,000 US dollars for you to play some trades with and see how the market works. This is really good for a number of reasons, demo accounts. One, obviously, is that it's completely risk free. You're not going to lose any money. But it's also really good for getting a feel for a trading platform. Each broker has got a different trading platform. Well, not each broker, but most brokers have a different trading platform. And if you want to feel out the idiosyncrasies and how each platform is different. It's really important. And it's for understanding how the markets move and how quickly they can move or how slow they move and how different markets move. So the Euro USD is going to move very differently to the Rand, the South African Rand to the US dollar,
Mhm.
right? They're going to have very different patterns. The last thing I would say about a demo account, and probably the most important, is and it's something that's not really talked about often, is trading psychology. Nobody really knows how good a forex trader they are until they meet the market, until they start trading, because trading is a very psychological process. It's in your head. There's a lot of risk involved, and while with a demo account, you're not going to feel the fear as you would with your own money. You will still get some inkling of what it's like to lose.
Mm.
When you have a trade that's losing badly, how you react is going to be really telling to how well you can handle forex trading. And to be frank, a lot of people aren't psychologically built for forex trading. It requires a really strong willpower and self discipline.
To sort of let it play out and then and wait it out.
In each case, it's going to require a different.
Mm.
I don't want to tell people how to trade, but I
No, of
mean
course.
it's in each trade requires a different a different response depending on what's happening, and what you need to be able to do, what a good forex trader needs to be able to do, is to not let their emotion cloud their judgment
Yeah.
and to cloud their trading discipline. And you won't know if you're able to do that until you come face to face with a live market. But a demo account will give you some idea of how you react under pressure. So those demo accounts are the number one thing.
And what else would you say would be important?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, just like education, education, education. I
Mm.
mean, there's a reason why we all go to school. If you don't have a sound understanding in economics, then you need to get one. And the best way to do this, there's a lot. Look, brokers generally have very good educational resources. It's something that we look at in our reviews. So, for instance, XM is a broker that has excellent education. They have live webinars and a lot of educational resources in video and in text form. XM is a good place. If you're more interested in market analysis, then IG Markets is also very good. Um, we actually, one of our pages is the best brokers for beginners on fxscouts.com, and all the brokers listed there are going to have excellent educational resources. So that's a really good place to start. And it's worth mentioning that some brokers are better than others for more experienced traders. So if you're not coming into trading cold, if you have a background in finance or if you've traded a bit before yourself, a good broker for more education for more experienced traders is Arbitrade.
So now that we've sort of spoken about the education and demo accounts, I guess the last thing that we sort of want to cover is other reasons that you'd go for a particular broker.
Yeah, there's lots of different things to consider when you're choosing a forex broker. I mean, the number one priority for most people, and especially beginner traders, is cost
Mm.
and trading fees. How much is this going to cost me? And each broker will have different costs involved. But what I would consider the number one thing, even above cost, to look at when you're looking for a broker is regulation. There's a lot of unregulated brokers out there, and regulation is the only way you know that a broker is trustworthy. It doesn't matter how cheap a broker is, how little it's going to cost you to trade with the broker. If they're unregulated and if they're running a scam, you're going to lose all your money anyway.
Mm.
So even before you consider cost, we need to look at regulation, and that's something I think we're going to cover in the next episode.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we're gonna thanks so much, Chris. That was a really great info, and I think it'll give people a really good overview of what to look, what a forex broker is, and where to begin their trading careers. Please join us for the next episode. We're going to talk about regulation, forex scams, and how to spot a bad broker, like Chris was talking about, and then how to find a good one. Thanks very much, Chris.
Yeah, no problem at all, Alison. Speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye.